to Ninth Dawn 3, and it is gone good. Actually, haven't really done anything much. This is just a recap, though, for everything that has happened. So, for starters, I wanted to do some of the quests real quick, just to get them out of the way. So, that's just to raise this town's prosperity, because overall, while AFK, all I really did was cooking, and yeah. I kind of just religiously cooked juice AFK for a while. And once your stats become high enough, you don't actually have to watch it anymore. It literally just stays at 100% success. The good bar doesn't move. And I'm just cooking 999 stacks each time of apples and water to make apple juice. And then, you know, you go over to this guy. His name's Foodie. Such a swell guy. And as long as you don't call him Foddy, like that little text thing on the bottom, his prices don't get hiked up, and as long as they don't get hiked up, this is actually really easy to exploit because we don't even have full prosperity yet. Full prosperity halves these prices, but our selling prices are basically the same. I think they go up a little bit closer to their actual price, but it's not a lot. If you notice, we've already got 500,000 gold, so yeah, 1,000,000 gold is an actual goal, but anyways, so we got that. Really quick, gold doesn't really matter to us right now. Let's go for wisdom, intelligence, endurance, intelligence, gold. Okay, now I did level up I think twice since the last stream ended, or 3 times, one or the other. All I really did was I walked around the outside field. And when I was out here, I pretty much just hunted rats. I also went over to the snake cave for a few minutes. I literally just walked in, though, and the reason was because I wanted to see if the snakes gave more XP. They gave a little bit, but the mushrooms actually do so much damage I didn't bother fighting them. Now, the mushrooms in the snake cave, ironically, are actually pretty hard enemies. They, in every dungeon, there is at least one enemy type that is, I want to say it's part, like, from the next dungeon up. I don't know if that's actually accurate to describe it like that, but yeah, so basically over here is the Serpent Pit. I'll show how to get to it. It's the first dungeon. Alright, so basically, just head down here. Oh, and I equipped our ice magic. I got it in the last stream, but I didn't even bother equipping it because I kind of forgot about it. Remembered it when I went into the dungeon. So, yeah, you just head over here, and it's basically behind the town. There's a boss in it, and we will do a stream where we explore it, but I just wanted to point out where it is. And basically, you go there whenever you want to get snake skins or snake teeth, which is what you have to farm to do the alchemist quest, I do believe, and also the entrance guards quest, which each quest raises prosperity, obviously, which changes shop prices. This is the guard guy who, like, when you talk to him, he'll be like, at the very last dialogue, he'll say he wants 10 green snake skins. So, yeah, that's always helpful. Let's see real quick. Now for reference, it was probably about worth of 6 hours of cooking farming. Yeah, I kind of did that all like AFK. I kept taking naps and then just opening up my eyes to do that really quick, then closing my eyes again. But, yeah. Talk to her. I also played a little bit of Feud, but not much. The thing that sucks with Feud is it's really unbalanced. Some of the NPCs in this have cards that have like 10 plus for their stats, and that's true even in the starter village. Like, you kind of just play each person once to see how far they are, and then if they have like one good card but all their other cards suck, you basically try to keep playing them until you can get that good card. And yeah, you basically just keep that up until you have all the cards that you want. And I don't know if you can keep fighting somebody until they run out of cards, but I do know that, like, the first guy that I played a bunch was, Finreal or something like that. He's somewhere. I don't remember where he even was. But I remember that I played him until I got a shiny card, and after I got a shiny card, all of his cards got increased. It's not like their stats got increased, like his entire, yeah, Fleein, that's who it is. His, like, entire deck got revamped, and now it's all ridiculously high-level stuff. And that happened whenever I took a shiny card, so that might have something to do with it. And you may wonder why we're making it a goal to get all of this apple juice. See, because, like, a couple thousand apple juice is a bit absurd. The reason's because it upgrades your cooking skill even further for the higher recipes to have 100% chance, which is good, but also it's an infinite money-making scheme that you can do from the start of the game. It takes about 6 hours to start up like it took for me, and then you pretty much have unlimited money, which makes capturing monsters really easy, and that's the main thing I'm going for. Yeah, and I did buy iron armor, just because I wanted that. Our bartering skill actually got so high that, for reference, I think carrots were 19 gold, they're now 15. Apples were like 14 or something like that. Water was 16 or 17, maybe 18. But yeah, prices have gone down on everything like that. That's pretty good. Now then, what did this guy need anyway? I forgot about him. I remember he had a really easy quest. 10 smelly broth, that's what it was. Let's go ahead and get some carrots off him. Okay. Now, as you see, the amount doesn't really matter. I just try to make sure to buy a bunch, because I want to have everything in my inventory when necessary. Okay, so he's called Medium John because he doesn't have easy quests, he has medium quests. Now he needs 15 fried rat tails, yeah. So, we're just going to go back down here real quick, get that for him. All in all, the starter town actually is where you do a lot of stuff early on. You can technically not do any of the stuff that I've done so far, which is basically just cooking, playing Feud, and not really XP farming even. I mean, I kind of did, but not really. It was for 3 levels, which is not worth much. But nah, if you wanted to, like straight from the start of the game, technically, you can just run out and kill enemies, leveling up your passives like a defense and stuff like that. And if you did that, you could make it through the game like nothing happened. Like, it wouldn't affect you really. It's just, I like doing this early on, that way I don't have to later, and I'm more of a completionist, so I would feel the urge to do it eventually. So, you know, it's just better to get it done now than never. And the prosperity raised by 10 when we got that completed. Real quick, what we're going to do is, there is a secret that I forgot to grab during the first stream. It's actually completely useless to us now. It would have just given us a quick boost to gold. And it's this. This is an Iron Giant Axe, a Steel Great Shield, a little bit of gold, and a Steel Sword. They're completely useless to you in the start of the game, and in fact, you probably just wouldn't use them even later on. Like, it's an okay boost from the start of the game. It's not a big one. Like, look at the stats. I mean, like, really, 93 attack. I think the 3rd village has that. Or it has close. I think it has 70. That might be right. But also, I think you can find better ones in, like, the 2nd and 3rd dungeon. So, yeah. But the reason I was mentioning them, though, is because if you get them early on, instead of actually using them, it's better to view them as gold. Because, say, for example, you get an armory, and 568, 1,000. Like right there, that's 2,000 gold almost off of just a few items plus the 500 gold in the chest. So, yeah, you got 2,000 gold. Anyways, though, real quick, I'm gonna look at the quest log, see if there was anything else that was quick. That's for snakes. That's for snake fangs, so snakes. Bisho, I need to capture something. You know, I think capturing an animal would probably be the easiest thing out of all of those. That's not actually easy to do, by the way. Early game, it takes forever to farm for these, which straight up that's annoying. But then also, not only is it hard to farm, it's RNG. Which, I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't have a problem with things being RNG. I have a problem when they're this RNG, because I remember to catch a rat the first time I tried it, it took me 12 baits. Or no, it took me 12 traps. It didn't take 12 baits. However, the second one that I caught, I literally caught on the first try. Which, I think that's what made me mad the most, was that, like, that one took so many. Anyways, ironically, most people capture wolf pups, their first, like, monster they try to capture. Not me. I just always try to capture the rats. God. They do not want to get captured. Yeah. See, this is what I mean, though. And it is pure RNG, which is great, right? Right? Anyways, you have to do this for every monster in the game. I want everyone here to think about that. And no, your stat doesn't go up. I don't think... I think the stat is supposed to go up, but it doesn't. I think the console got a patch. I don't know if it did, but I think it did because something with crafting changed. But I know that on iOS, there was an update already that rebalanced the capturing because of scenarios like this. Because... As you can see, like, this is absurd. Okay, there, finally. No, you get that, though. Like, all in all, that is... I want to say that's, like, 10,000 gold that it took to just capture this one rat. 10,000 gold at the start of the game is absurd. But yeah, that's literally the extent that you have to go through. And you have to do that with all 280 something enemies. I think it's 280. It's either 275 or 280. But it's like, yeah, no, that's a lot. That's not a couple. Is this the person? That's not the person. What was the name of the guy? Bisho. Charlene. I thought it was a guy. It's Charlene. Is it Charlene or Charlene? That's the real question. Looks like a guy. Okay. That's an extra 10 prosperity. And now, for reference, these are our skills. So our bartering's 88, obviously, because of the absurd amount of gold. That you get that by trading items. The more items you trade, the higher it goes up. Obviously, me doing trades that are like getting 999 apples and water over and over, that's clearly going to upgrade it. Creature capture's higher now because of that hell we just went through. Cooking is 74, which I think 100 is the cap, so that's pretty good. It's almost done. Ice magic is 11 because I've been spamming the ice magic instead of using the staff. Which, by the way, magic just does massive damage for no reason. There is bouncing, I think, that happened in the last iOS update too. This is on Xbox, obviously. But on the iOS update, magic was rebalanced. I think, actually, they added more damage, which, you know, just add more. But yeah, it was because the second stage of ice magic, I think it was doing less damage than what they preferred. And now that we have a rat, it actually will level up fast. So I'm going to put the rat away. Or try to capture a few more monsters. Not ones we already have though. We have that one. Oh, can't tell. I literally... Here's the thing, there's like 3 rats, and all of them look similar with slight shading differences. I might just catch them off stream, but... Like, okay, this one I can tell is different. This one I can at least tell. Anyways, so, yeah, this is rat capturing. It's fun. It's a nice little hobby. Yeah, you just keep... Oh, that only took like 3 tries or 4 tries. So we got a pet rat. Okay, so we now have 2 pet rats. We've got a large one and a regular. Ooh, yo, wolf cub. Yo, wolf cub. Wolf cub. Wolf cub. Anyways, if we didn't have this much money, I would never do this. Like, if I hadn't farmed that much gold. Also, getting hit increases your armor's defense values. Don't ask me how that works, just know that it does. And, we have not gotten hit that much because I've just been using magic. So, yeah. That's fun, right? Oh, we finally got it. Real talk. We spent like 60,000 gold getting these. Under normal circumstances, without the early farm that I did, that's nothing to scoff at. That's actually a lot. I feel really bad for anyone who did this naturally, because I actually did this naturally, but I didn't do it to that extent, because I know the pet wolves are higher level than the rats. They take more to capture, but still. Anyways, hunting journal. Got that done. So it's a gray rat. That's what we're missing. It's a gray rat. And a decaying golem, but okay. And we got the wolf cub tamed. Okay. Well, that works. See if we can find a gray rat over here. Yo. Found one. You know, the more animals you tame, supposedly, it gets easier to tame them. I'm really not feeling that right now. Also, I don't see a point in taming this. Like, don't get me wrong, okay? So, you clearly need to tame them all, because taming them all is a thing. It's like playing Nexomon, which, by the way, when Nexomon came out for Xbox, that was kind of huge. But, okay, so, like, it's like Pokemon games, too. Like, when you can tame multiple monsters, why would you tame the trash ones? Like, this game includes a system where you can morph them. So, like, say, for example, later on you get morph stones and you can evolve them. They go back to level 1, but their base stats are higher. Even if you could do that infinitely, why would you do that? Okay, so we got that done. Okay, so now that we got that done... Okay, so I do kind of want to clear the way to this town, because this town has a lot of stuff. Okay, so this guy basically locked himself out, and he's terrified to go into the ruins because there's monsters. You know, basic RPG stuff. You're the brave hero because you're the guy that's not afraid of spiders and bats. Anyways, there's a turn-based vampire game that it is a mobile game, but it got ported to a console, and I remember I got it for like 15 bucks. But it was really funny because in the start, you know how like in most RPGs like this, you start off fighting spiders and stuff? Well, they even made a point like, why am I here fighting spiders if you want me to fight an army? And one of the big soldiers is like, well, why would we want you to fight an army if you can't kill a spider? And then the ironic part is the spider almost fatally wounds you. Or it was I think it was a rat, but yeah. And you know, that made me think though. That's pretty accurate. When you're watching the Goblin Slayer anime and realize he has a point. Okay. Obviously all of this is just extra stuff. Most players would just sell it. Also, I don't see a point in wearing light armor. Heavy armor just has a lot more defense, and I think the only difference is supposed to be movement speed, except your movement speed goes up if you get the passive ability for it. I think that's literally just to counter that if you wanted to wear heavy armor and still wanted to move fast. So technically they have their own way for you to negate the only downside to heavy armor, because it's not a big running speed difference. And also if you wanted to counter it without that, just put points into endurance. And doing that actually lets you roll pretty much endlessly. And yeah, it's as simple as that. Anyways, though, in the next town we get to... Oh, there's a dark spider. Okay, I do want to eventually tame a dark spider. I did not in my main save, which is ironic because you'd think I would have, like, with how much time I had on it. I had a bunch of hours on it. The thing was I never built up magic resistance because I started killing enemies before I ran into them. So when I started running into dark spiders, at the start of the game it was hard, and at the end of the game it was hard. I didn't beat the game, by the way. I just got through a little bit of the first continent. But yeah. I was only like level 30 or 40, something like that. Might have been only level 25 actually. I know that all my stats were high, but that was about it. They weren't even as high as, the side skills weren't even as high as this one's. And I just did that because I wanted the stream to go by fast. Okay. Okay. Okay, so that's a large bat, and when it has a name by it, that means it's basically like a mini-boss. And that's not going to be fun to deal with. Okay. Let's see there a lever? Do we just have to go up? We just have to go up. Oh, rats. Okay. Oh. When you think the magic's gonna one-shot it and it doesn't. Okay. That's okay though. Still kills it fast. Okay. Now I am gonna say, I'm pretty sure you could just AFK farm with a bunch of enemies hitting you. I don't think it would go up by fast, but if you wanted your defense raised, I'd probably just do that. Just, you know, go AFK, leave your game alone, and yeah. I'd probably do it pretty, within a few hours, probably be pretty high. As long as, you know, you were strong enough to survive them, outlast them with high endurance. Okay. Oh, wait, did we level up? Yo, we leveled up a while ago. Okay. Go ahead and increase the maximum mana, because we're gonna need that. Also, because we caught a creature, we got a reward. Most of the achievements in the game give rewards, and I completely forgot about it. But, yeah. Wait, can we go down? We can. It's best to check every corner of the game because, okay, so this is a mushroom that is from the snake pit. Now, out of the snake pit, this is the only enemy that is, like, specific to that area, really. And here's the thing. These things do massive damage compared to everything else in the snake pit. Everything else is normal. Like, it's just rats and snakes. The mushrooms, though, can poison you and do enough damage to pretty much jack you up in a few shots. And when you end up in a room with a bunch of them, they do that. And almost every dungeon has an enemy like that. In the next dungeon that you can do, there's two actually, and here's the irony. So one you can do to get your first companion. It's also where you fight the Nameless Warrior. The Nameless Warrior is a boss that is a little bit bugged right now. It did get patched already in the mobile version, not in the console version. But the Nameless Warrior basically has a health regen move that is meant for near the end of the game. So it can almost fully heal itself every time you hit it. Yeah, just think about that. We'll find out when we get there if it ever patched it. You technically don't need to fight the boss, though, like, ever. I don't think there's really a reward for it, unless I'm mistaken. But, because you can get the in-dungeon reward is getting to the companion, which is, pretty much just you walk around the boss fight. It's completely optional. And when you get to the companion, it's like a second you. It can have your stats. You can even play as it. And if you want, you can have it follow you around. The thing that I found best when doing this is have the companion, you play as it, and just make it a spellcaster. But what you want to do basically is you actually play it, do spellcasting a bunch, and the AI, whenever you don't play it, will spellcast for you a bunch. That's pretty much all I had it as, is like a little artillery turret just sitting behind me at all times. And that's just because that's what turned out to work best for it. So basically the two things to really upgrade on it are, well, three. Willpower, intelligence, and endurance. Anyway, that's Lupai Gabi, it's a boss. Technically, we don't have to fight it, actually, just in case. I do want to be on the safe side here. We're practically done with the dungeon. So, open the gate, let Fifthwin in. He'll give us a prize. Fifthwin. Okay, this is the person we're supposed to talk to. They're going to tell us about how the town to the right of this place needs a soldier. And technically you can go straight to the town. Actually, it's easier than going to any of the dungeons. Any quest in that town, though, is absurdly hard, so I don't suggest doing that, but you technically can. Also, this guy's funny. He wanted to be an armorer when he was a kid. So what did he do? He became an armorer. Okay, he'll teach you to be an armor smith if you can bring him 15 ingots, 20 ingots. Okay. That moment when I memorized the quest lines off the top of my head, but I'm still slightly wrong. Okay, this guy, oh god, what did he need? He needed, he was a poet, and he wanted a tome of poetry that you can find in the first dungeon closest here. Right, maybe. Slate of Poetry, got it. Yeah, and I always forget the fort's name. It's like the Fort of Hanoi or something. But, yeah. I don't remember what they wanted. I think it was like Goblin something, maybe. Oh, no, they just straight up let you. Wait, did they? Did they? Yeah, no, she just straight up lets you. That's what it is. I was on page 5 for some reason. So it's literally from the start, you can just do weaving, and you can weave your own outfits. It's honestly good because if you not AFK, well, yeah, AFK actually. But so after you do cooking and you have an absurd amount of money, you can technically, I'm not saying you should, but I am saying that all of these are level locked with magic weaving. Think about that for a second. They're level locked. They're not like level locked. They're magic weaving level locked. So say for example, you want the beginner's armor, you would craft these, right? And if you wanted the armor from the end of the game, you would just get your crafting to level 70, which would take probably about 6 hours, given that's how long cooking takes. Yeah, you see where I'm going with this. And it's not light armor, but it is light armor. You get the skill up by getting hit. The higher armors probably do require higher levels, but that means you could just equip the lower level stuff and just sit down getting hit. Fishing Tim also needs a rat salad. And that's not his actual quest, by the way. That's the quest he gives you to learn how to fish, which is just him giving you a fishing rod. Only brave men deserve to fish. Well, I am brave. How brave am I? Will you make me a rat salad? Yeah, that's this guy. Yeah. If I had remembered it, I would have brought it, but I completely forgot about it. Oh yeah, and he wants 20 goblin eyes. His request is like every person at the entrance of a village has like a big request, and that's just his. Anyways, also I think the reason the prosperity is 64 is literally just talking to the crafts lady. Literally just counts as you doing it. Like it's done, just because you did that. Okay, so this is the guy. He's nameless because he's the follower that, like, you know, you can imprint everything on. Also, I kind of like what they did with him. Basically, he just says that he has no name. He doesn't even remember. He's been searching so long for a purpose to live that he doesn't know what he's doing or what he's done. So, you know, he's a blank slate, basically. Which, I mean, it's logical. I don't get the point in having the follower be able to learn crafting skills, because obviously why would you swap out if you already have someone that can do them? It's just training them twice in a row. But at the same time, I kind of get it. Like, if you want to do, like, actual role-playing, like, each character is specific for something, I would prefer to just make a god. Like, you know, just make one character absurdly omnipotent compared to everyone else. Okay. And now, the animals that you get, they actually do have, like, IVs. They're yeah, we're going into Pokemon talk here. So, for example, they have natures, which the nature is defensive, so obviously it has a lot of health. Strong, so it has a lot of strength. The other stats are low. Strong. The best that I found are all-rounders, and the reason's because you can actually, like, see gradually how their stats go up. Also, their loyalty goes up as you have them, and they morph into the next generations when you find morph stones. I don't know how you find those. The highest I got a pet was to, like, level 30 or 40, but, so yeah, and they actually do level up fast. The only reason I don't have one out now is in case I see new animals that I want to tame, because your pets will slaughter them. Actually, they probably wouldn't. At the level they're at right now, they would probably get slaughtered, but I like to give them the benefit of the doubt. Okay, I'm gonna try to catch a crab. Oh, hey. Hey, got a crab. Okay. And you can have 10 creatures out at once, I think, and I'm not positive on this, but I think for every character you have that's playable, you can have 10 out, which, if that is the case, then you can have a lot out. But see, I'm not positive. So that is something that would definitely have to be tested. Okay. Now, in the dark, there's not much you really need to fear. It's pretty much for, like, if you haven't been to a place before, you'll be worried about what's in the dark, because you don't know what's around your surroundings. After the third area, like third town, the wild actually starts getting dangerous, because it does not scale well. And I don't actually know why that is, but it's like, it's noticeably bad. Also, I don't know how hard villagers hit, but I'm trying to capture this thing, so I'd really appreciate it if that villager did not just mercilessly slaughter this wolf. Or get slaughtered. I think that would actually be a funnier outcome, as if just a villager permanently died, but yeah. Okay, this thing has a lot of combat power. How many do we have? I think we've got the majority of the starter area's monsters. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, like, we don't have the dungeon things, but that's pretty good. Also, wow, we have gone through 60,000 gold worth of trapping stuff, almost. Wow, that's actually a lot. Okay, we're gonna open up this shortcut. It's nothing fancy. Crystal beans, I think, revive you from death or something about that, yeah. So, it's like when you die. So when you die in this game, you respawn at those blood portals. But if you die and have a beam, then you can just revive yourself. So it, you know, basically negates death. Death didn't happen. Okay. I would say this is a pretty good place to stop the stream. If I tame monsters off stream, I don't think anyone's going to really care. So, we'll just do that. But, yeah, I'd say that was pretty decent for progress. We got the ruins done. We got ruins done. Got a few new pets. Now, of course, I will probably go back and try to get spiders, because we do need to get the large spiders. We also need snakes, which those are in the snake pit. Bats and large bats. The slimes we can also go back to get. Yeah. What a horned crab. Those actually you find in the next... I don't know why some of these appear. Because some of these don't appear and some of these did. But... yeah. yeah, we'll see about capturing everything if possible. And while off stream, I'll level up the creatures. That way they don't die constantly. Even if they die, though, there is something to take note here. Every time you step on a blood spawn, it immediately revives everything that's died. If you had a companion that was an actual character, like like the nameless guy, he'll respawn there too. Or if you die and he's alive, then you can go there while playing as him, and you'll respawn. So yeah. Anyways, hope you all have fun watching. See you next time. Bye-bye.